Ever wake up feeling groggy, even after a full night's sleep? The culprit might be hiding in plain sight, your bedroom clutter. Studies show that a messy, overcrowded space can disrupt sleep, increase stress, and even drain your energy without you realizing it. Look around. How much of what's in your bedroom do you actually use? Too many pillows, stacks of unread books, or old furniture could be robbing you of the peaceful rest you deserve. Today, we're revealing 4 things you need to ditch right now to create a calm, minimalist retreat. Stick around. Number 3 surprises most people. Evelyn, 72, spent her life surrounded by books, first as a librarian and now in retirement. She loved the warmth of a cozy home filled with memories. But over time, her bedroom had become more of a storage space than a sanctuary. Stacks of unread books, extra blankets, and sentimental trinkets covered every surface. She told herself they were comforting, but deep down, she knew the clutter was taking a toll. Each night, Evelyn struggled to sleep. She tossed and turned, feeling restless and uneasy. Cleaning had become exhausting, and finding what she actually needed in her crowded space felt like a daily battle. She knew something had to change, but where would she even start? One morning, after waking up groggy yet again, Evelyn had enough. She decided it was time to reclaim her space and make her bedroom a place of rest, not a storage unit for things she barely used. And that's when she discovered the power of minimalist decluttering. Today, we'll walk through the 4 biggest culprits stealing peace from your bedroom. Items you might not even realize are affecting your sleep, mood, and energy. Evelyn was shocked when she saw how small changes made a huge difference, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do the same. So, if you're ready to wake up feeling refreshed and turn your bedroom into a calming retreat, stay with us. And if you find these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps others discover this video. Plus, subscribe for more practical advice on creating a stress-free, happy life after 60. Now let's get started. Number 1, extra bedding and unused pillows. Why less is more. Take a look at your bed right now. How many pillows are actually on it? Be honest. If you have more than 2 or 3, you're not alone. Evelyn had 6 pillows stacked on her bed, along with extra blankets she rarely used. It made the bed look inviting, but in reality, it was collecting dust, triggering allergies, and making her bedroom feel overcrowded. At first, Evelyn didn't think it was a big deal, but every morning she woke up with a stuffy nose and itchy eyes. She chalked it up to seasonal allergies until she learned the truth. Too much bedding isn't just unnecessary. It can actually affect your sleep quality and your health. Why excess bedding is a problem? Dust and allergies. The more fabric in your bedroom, the more dust mites and allergens you're inviting in. Those extra pillows, they're not just taking up space, they're collecting dust that can make breathing harder at night. Cluttered space, cluttered mind. A crowded bed can make your whole bedroom feel chaotic. Studies show that a cluttered environment can increase stress and disrupt sleep patterns. If your bed is buried under layers of pillows and blankets, it's not the cozy retreat you think. It's actually overstimulating your brain. More work, less comfort. Making the bed becomes a chore when you have to arrange, fluff, and reposition multiple pillows and blankets every day. And when was the last time you actually used that decorative throw at the end of your bed? Evelyn had never thought about it this way. She always believed that having extra pillows made her bed more comfortable. But once she started paying attention, she realized something. She only ever used 1 pillow to sleep. The rest were just there for looks. The simple fix. Less is more. Decluttering your bed doesn't mean making it boring, it means making it better. Here's a simple rule to follow. Keep only 1 or 2 pillows. 1 for sleeping, 1 for support if needed. Stick to 1 good quality comforter that provides the right warmth. Limit decorative pillows. At most, 1 or 2 if you really love them. When Evelyn finally removed the extra pillows and blankets, she was amazed. Her bed felt lighter. Her room instantly looked more spacious. And the best part? She started sleeping better. No more waking up feeling groggy and congested. Now let's put this into action. How many pillows are actually on your bed right now? Number 2, unworn clothes and overstuffed closets. Why holding on holds you back. Evelyn had always been proud of her sense of style. Over the years, she collected clothes for every occasion. Dresses from weddings, blouses she bought on sale but never wore, jackets she might need one day. Some of these outfits were from 20 years ago, tucked away in the back of her closet. She told herself, maybe I'll wear this again someday. But deep down, she knew the truth. She hadn't touched most of these clothes in years. Every morning, picking an outfit felt overwhelming. She would sift through racks of clothes, yet somehow, she always ended up wearing the same few pieces. Her closet was full, but it didn't bring her joy. It just made getting dressed more stressful. One day, as she struggled to shove a hanger back into her already packed closet, she had a realization. She was holding on to the past, not just the clothes. Why keeping too many clothes hurts more than helps. Decision, fatigue. Too many choices can make even simple tasks like picking out an outfit feel exhausting. A cluttered closet leads to more stress, not more style. Lost space, lost energy. Clothes that no longer fit or suit your life take up valuable space, both physically and mentally. Instead of walking into a closet that feels fresh and inspiring, you're faced with guilt. Guilt for things you spent money on but never wore, or memories attached to outfits you can't let go of. What you might wear versus what you actually wear. Be honest, how often do you wear those just in case clothes? If it's been years, chances are you won't reach for them again. Evelyn realized that keeping clothes out of guilt or nostalgia wasn't serving her anymore. So she decided to simplify. The 6-month rule, your closet's best friend. The rule is simple. If you haven't worn it in 6 months, it's time to donate it. If it no longer fits your body or lifestyle, let it go. If it's damaged and you haven't fixed it, you probably never will. Evelyn started sorting her clothes into 3 piles. Keep, donate, toss. The result? A closet filled with only things she truly loved and wore. She no longer had to dig through clutter. Every item had a purpose. And the best part? She didn't miss a single thing she let go of. Instead, she felt lighter, freer, and more at peace with her space. Now it's your turn. Take a quick look at your closet. Number 3. Unnecessary furniture and decorations, when more means less comfort. Evelyn always loved the idea of a cozy, well-decorated bedroom. Over the years, she collected furniture and decorations. An elegant armchair she never sat in, a bulky dresser filled with forgotten items, decorative pieces that once felt meaningful but now just gathered dust. At first, she didn't think much about it, but as time passed, her once spacious bedroom started to feel smaller, harder to clean, and more importantly, harder to move around in. One evening, as she was getting up in the middle of the night, she stubbed her toe again on the oversized nightstand next to her bed. That's when it hit her. Her bedroom was no longer a restful space. How extra furniture and decorations can make your life harder. Less space, more clutter. A bedroom should feel open and relaxing. Large, unused furniture shrinks the space and makes it feel closed in. Instead of feeling like a retreat, it starts to feel overwhelming. Safety hazards, that decorative chair in the corner, the cluttered side table. They're not just taking up space, they're tripping hazards, especially at night. The more obstacles in your bedroom, the higher the risk of accidental falls. Harder to clean and maintain. More furniture means more dust, more effort to vacuum around, and more surfaces that collect clutter. Evelyn found herself constantly moving things around just to clean, making tidying up a bigger chore than it needed to be. Mental clutter equals physical clutter. A crowded bedroom doesn't just affect your space, it affects your mind. Studies show that a cluttered environment can lead to increased stress and restlessness, making it harder to sleep and relax. Evelyn knew it was time for a change. She asked herself, what do I actually use? The simple fix: keep only what serves a purpose. Prioritize function. Every piece of furniture should have a clear purpose. If you haven't used that chair in months, it's just wasting space. Downsize when possible. Do you really need that giant dresser? Or could you switch to a smaller one with only the essentials? Limit decorations. Keep a few pieces that bring you joy, but let go of anything that just adds to the clutter. Take a quick look around your bedroom. What's one piece of furniture or decoration you could do without? Drop it in the comments below. And speaking of things that take up space unnecessarily, the final item on our list might surprise you. It's something we all have, but few of us realize is making our bedrooms feel even more cluttered. Number 4. Sentimental clutter and stacks of unread books, when memories turn into mess. Evelyn loved her books. As a retired librarian, reading was a lifelong passion. Over the years, she collected novels, poetry, and self-improvement books, each holding a special place in her heart. But the problem? They were everywhere. Stacks piled high on her nightstand, a row of books balanced on her dresser. Even the floor had a few leaning towers of "I'll read this someday" novels. And it wasn't just books. Her dresser was covered in trinkets, gifts from loved ones, souvenirs from past vacations, and old birthday cards she couldn't bring herself to throw away. Evelyn always told herself, these things hold memories. I can't just get rid of them. But one day, as she dusted her shelves for the third time that week, she realized she wasn't enjoying these items. She was maintaining them. Instead of feeling warm and nostalgic, she felt overwhelmed. The clutter made her bedroom feel busy and cramped instead of peaceful and inviting. The minimalist mindset. Keep the memories, not the mess. Letting go of sentimental clutter isn't about forgetting the past. It's about making space for the present. Here's how Evelyn shifted her mindset and created a calmer, clutter-free bedroom limit: don't eliminate. She kept only the most meaningful books, the ones she truly loved or planned to reread. The rest, she donated them to the library so others could enjoy them. The one-box rule. Instead of covering every surface with keepsakes, she picked a small, decorative memory box. If it didn't fit inside, she reconsidered whether she really needed to keep it. Store memories digitally. Evelyn took photos of sentimental items before letting them go. That way, she could revisit the memories any time without the physical clutter. A lighter space, a lighter mind. Once she decluttered, Evelyn's bedroom felt lighter, calmer, and more restful. She no longer woke up to stacks of unread books staring at her, making her feel guilty. Instead, she had a tidy nightstand, a clear dresser, and a newfound appreciation for the things she chose to keep. Now, she could finally breathe and sleep better. Decluttering sentimental items is tough, but the rewards are worth it. What's one sentimental item you've been holding on to that you might reconsider? Drop it in the comments below. And now that we've covered the 4 biggest sources of bedroom clutter, let's talk about the transformation. Evelyn's bedroom is no longer a source of stress. The stacks of unread books, gone. The overstuffed closet, streamlined. The excess furniture and sentimental clutter, carefully curated to keep only what truly mattered. Now, when she walks into her bedroom, it feels peaceful, open, and easy to maintain. The air feels fresher, the space looks brighter, and most importantly, she sleeps better. But here's the real transformation. Evelyn doesn't miss the clutter. Instead of being surrounded by things from the past, she now has a space that supports the life she wants to live today. Decluttering isn't about losing, it's about gaining. A minimalist bedroom isn't about getting rid of things just for the sake of it. It's about creating a space that brings you peace, comfort, and rest. So ask yourself, is your bedroom helping you relax, or is it holding you back? If this video helped you rethink your space, hit that like button. It really helps more people see this advice. And if you know someone whose bedroom could use a transformation, share this video with them. A peaceful space starts with a single step.